Okay, can y'all hear me now? Yes, okay, we're recording. Okay, we are going to talk about today how to promote free groups and challenge groups. And before I get into this like too much, there's really not a right way or a wrong way to do this. It's just kind of whatever you're comfortable with. So I first want to take your attention to my Google Drive. So if you haven't already been there, please go there and see what all there is to see, because there's lots of stuff there. Templates and scripts and everything. So it's in our team page. It's in BodyBurn and it's in Sarah's Coaches, and it's called BodyBurn Coaches. So it's right here, and it'll look like this when you go into it. I have a free clean eating group folder specifically for running free groups. And then I have a challenge group folder specifically for running challenge groups. So, and then plus tons of other templates on social media, Shakeology, getting started right calls, all that kind of stuff. So if you come into this folder, you'll see here, number one, start here, and this document walks you through exactly what to say, exactly what pictures to post, how to say it, when to post, what time. I mean, it's crazy how in-depth it is. And we got this from one of my success partners coaches, so I can't take credit for all of it. I've added in some stuff, but it gives you a step-by-step walkthrough of what to do. You would just click up here and either hit print or download, and it's yours. Plus all the other menus, the photos, and then there's like daily workouts that you can do with it too. So that's first and foremost. Again, there are templates and scripts for you guys to use, but you don't feel obligated to use them. And there's not one right or wrong way to doing this. So I wanted to talk about why it's important to run free groups. I've gotten off of doing these because they can take a lot of work, but especially for new coaches, this is a great way for you to focus on building relationships, because it's so hard in the beginning to like announce that you're a coach and put yourself out there when you're still on your journey too, and all those kinds of things. So this is a great way to share and not sell. You're sharing, something that's basically already put together for you, and it's just menus and recipes and stuff. It helps you learn how to coach because you're kind of doing it on a smaller scale rather than a big challenge group that's 30 days long. You can do something like 3 to 5 days of clean eating. You could do a free ab challenge for 5 days and share different ab workouts that maybe you found in a health magazine. You can do like a sugar detox. I know that was going around our team for a while. You can do a crock pot meal plan. But this is just a non-threatening way to invite. It's an easy transition into a challenge group, into a paid group, and it gets quick results and it gives you credibility for that group. So I really stress these clean eating groups, or free groups rather, depending on what you're wanting to do. You can get creative with it. I know one that I just recently kind of thought of was a Shakeology group that's paid. So they would buy samples of Shakeology from you, or the 6-pack trial pack online. There's a trial pack for 6 of them, and then they would get the Beachbody on demand for free because there's a free 30-day trial. So they'd be buying from you, getting product, getting to try some of the workouts, but it's essentially a free group on their part except buying the samples, and or they can upgrade to the challenge pack, which is $140 for the Club Shakeology Challenge Pack. So that was just an idea because this month is the Beachbody on demand Bodathon or whatever it's called. So that was an idea I had. So anyways, that is free groups. So I want to show you another way that I set up free groups. So I start out with an event. So if you come up here to where your events are, I'm going to actually walk you guys through how I do this and what I do. So you would actually come up here and create an event. I tend to do this the Saturday before. Planning is so huge when you're planning these groups because, one, you have to give yourself enough time to create the group, get it out there, you know, promote it, talk to people, hear about their goals, all this kind of stuff. And then with challenge groups, for them to order stuff if they need to order it, and for it to ship. So if you don't have some kind of calendar, I suggest either calendars.com and printing one off, or getting a, you know, planner calendar so that you can look at the dates and say, okay, I want to start my clean eating group the last week of the month, because or my free group the last week of the month, because that's going to bleed into the new month. So like if we started August, you know, this week, August 20 or August 31st, if we started it this week, then you would have known the promotions for this next week to be able to talk to people about joining your challenge group. So that's why we typically run the last week of the month. Then you need to, you know, okay, if it's that week that it's starting, I need to give it a week before to start promoting it and setting up the event and then setting up the group and so forth. So I typically make an event on Saturday. You're like, Saturday? Why Saturday? Well, because Saturday is when most people are home, and there's a specific time I do it on Saturday too, mid-morning, right after breakfast, and they're kind of sitting around waiting before they get their day started with whatever it is that they're doing, going to the lake, going to a birthday party, going grocery shopping, going to see family, whatever. They're home, they've read a notification that they've been invited to your event, and they actually like have time to sit there and read it. So you'd come up here, create an event, and this would be on a Saturday. You're going to name it whatever it is. So for example, mine's a 3-day clean eating. Free. I'm going to put free 3-day clean eating. I'm going to add in my details, and so I already have it typed up here. And I'll show you guys what that says, and I can share all this with you. So have you recently been on a vacation? So I want to tell them, I want to ask questions in the very beginning. I want to get the conversation started by asking them questions, and then kind of tell them a story, like kind of tell a story of maybe what I've struggled with, or that I've been there too. So I said, you know, have you been drinking too much, you know, this weekend or this week? It's, you know, summer's over, it's coming to an end. Do you want to get back on track with your healthy eating? I understand this happens to me. That's why I'm inviting you to my free clean eating group after Labor Day, which is great because it's after a holiday. You're going to be partying at the lake or whatever. So I'm going to have them email me. The reason I do that is I want to capture their email, and then I can then send out a generic email to people with a link to a form. And I'm going to show you guys how to do a form. So they're going to email me. That means that they're actually interested. They're going to say clean eating, and I'm going to send in the details, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is going to take place at your house. Just your mom's house. And then it's going to be on September 8th, which is after Labor Day. So it's a 3-day group. It's going to run Tuesday through Thursday. The reason I do 3-day, it's small, it's simple. The grocery list is little. They're not buying a lot of stuff. I'm reusing, you know, some meals each day. And then they get Monday and Fridays off, basically. So Sunday and Monday to meal prep and grocery shop. And then they get Friday as like a reward day, and I'm going to offer healthy, you know, treats and stuff they can use that day. So I do check that guests can invite friends. I don't want this to be a private event, so make sure you make it public. And now we're ready to create our event. So once the group the event gets created, now you're going to start inviting people. Now, I'm sorry, no, you will not start inviting people. Now we have to create a picture up here, and you want your picture to be banging. You want it to be awesome because it's going to stick out in the news feed, and most people are going to see it on their phone. So we're going to go up here and create a picture. Now I went to clean eating. I looked for some clean eating pictures. I just searched clean eating. And remember, when you're promoting stuff, you can't have a lot of text on it. So a picture like this can't have a lot of text. So I found this one, wherever it went. I thought that was cute. So now I'm going to go to Photo or PicMonkey, and I'm going to edit it and add text. So again, you want your text to be small, the 20% rule. Your picture cannot include more than 20% of text. I'm going to add some text and call it free 3-day clean eating. Okay, I'm going to center my text, and I'm probably going to pick a different font that's a little cooler than that one. Again, don't spend too much time on this stuff, but okay. Something like that, okay? So it's going to hopefully grab people's attention. We'll see. So now I'm going to save it. Now it's saved in my computer. Clean food too. Save. Okay. So then I can come back to my free clean eating group. I can add an event photo, upload it from my downloads. Where did it? There it is. Okay. Boom, it's in there. Okay. Save the changes, and we're good. Now we can start inviting people. Your picture can be anything too. Like, you can get creative with it. You can get bright and bold and beautiful with it. But just remember that you want minimal text. So when you start inviting people, make sure, like, highlight this, star this, that you don't just come in here and say, invite everybody, because you don't want to start inviting me and other coaches on our team and other coaches on other teams. Like, that's just not, that's bad business. So so we're going to actually come in here and start inviting people that have been interested in your stuff. And you, if you've created a group before, you can invite those people again. You can invite people in different groups that you're in. So if you have a accountability group that you're running right now, that people haven't purchased challenge packs from you yet or joined a challenge group, you can actually invite those people from your groups, or suggested areas if you have lists set up. So you'd come in here and select all your friends that you want to join, and you'd send them invites. So that's how you're going to set up your group. Then we're going to have to set up a form, because remember I said, now we've asked people to email us if they're interested. Once they start attending, you'll start seeing this number going up that they're coming. You'll know how many people you've invited. I don't know how many of y'all have actually set up an event before, but they're very easy. And so now you're going to start responding to these emails or these people that are messaging you with this form. I use Google Forms. They're so easy. You'd come in here and pick your title. So this would be like the free 3-day clean eating group. And then you're going to start, with your questions. Here's an example of a form that another coach did. She only asked for first name, last name, email address, and what state they're in, I guess. And are you a coach? Amber Snow is who did this. I would obviously ask for some goals, probably, like, what are your goals? What do you struggle with more, nutrition or diet, or nutrition or fitness, things like that. So we could actually add those into this form. So we could say, what's your name? And it's not going to be multiple choice. We're actually going to let them write out what their name is. And make that a required question. And then we're going to add an item. And we're going to say, okay, what's your name? What's your email? Paragraph text, required question, add in, okay, name, email. Are you currently working with a coach? Things like that. And then what are your weight loss goals? What do you struggle with most? Health or nutrition, or fitness or nutrition, things like that. And then at the end, you would just say, I'm done. And then you can pick a theme for your form over here, so you can make it all fancy and stuff. And then that's now the form that your customers, I guess, are going to fill out. You learn a little bit more about them. You can ask for before and after measurements. You can ask for things like that. So this is what's going to go in the email to your peeps that respond to you about joining your group. So where was I? Clean eating. Okay. So then it's Saturday, right, that you set up this event. You started inviting people. They're responding. On Sunday evening, you're going to go to your page and you're going to make this post. You're going to say, hey, I'm sorry, not this post. Where's my Sunday post? I don't know where it went. Okay. Oh, that's awful. Hey, if I did a free group on Facebook next week to teach you about meal planning, healthy recipes, yada, yada, would you be interested? Question mark. I'm thinking of meal plan, shopping list, a group with daily check-ins to keep you on track. What are your thoughts? Just a text post like that on your personal page or your fan page, depending on what you're using and what you have. Then people are going to respond. So let me show you, for example, like what Heather did. I mean, what I did right here. Okay, I did it on my personal page, and I did it on a Saturday night instead of a Sunday night. But here's an example of what I'm talking about. After you set up the event, okay, right here. It's a Saturday night. It's fun. Okay, drop your email below if you're interested in joining our back to school clean eating group starting after Labor Day. I'll send you the scoop. So basically something like that, something like what I just said, or something like this. Like, if you're interested, this is what I'm thinking. So it's not really a like, hey, join me, but what are you thinking? You know, would this help you? And you're trying to offer them, you know, some help. You're trying to, you know, see if they need help with planning and things like that. So, you can add a picture. You don't have to add a picture. You can use just plain text. Either way will most likely work. You'll get a lot of comments. With those comments, you're going to come back and say, hey, great, can you send me a friend request so I can message you the details? Or you're going to send them, hey, here's the link to fill out to join us. Here's the Google form, basically. So I hadn't created a Google form yet for this. I'm doing it after the fact, once they in my message to them, or you can send them directly to your Google form that we just created up here. So then that's Sunday. I did it on Saturday night, so disregard my schedule, but on Sunday night, that's what you do. You've now sent the form to these people. They're filling it out. They're wanting to join your group. Now it's Monday. And so Monday or Tuesday, because you're going to be showing a transformation of some sort. I have it right here. So this is a girl that did a clean eating group with me. So she's one of my customers. You need to be sure that you ask before you share these. So preferably if it's you could show before and after of you doing your own clean eating group. You're going to say either Monday or Tuesday, I'm running another free group on Facebook. I want to teach you what I did to lose however many pounds and keep it off for almost a month now, or however long it's been. Meal planning, shopping list, prizes, friends. I'm looking for 25 ladies. Just go to, and then you put the Google form in to join us. The first 25 ladies will be accepted. And then you're going to email so then they go fill out this form again. Form. Remember form. The form is huge in all this because it helps keep you very organized. Then on Wednesday, that was Monday or Tuesday. So on Wednesday, I go back into my back office and I email my customers because now I want to there's a marketing strategy behind all this. Again, these free groups are huge because it's meeting new people, it's meeting free people, and offering them something of value. So you're just opening up your network to help more people. So I go to my back office. I've been doing this for 3 years, so I have a lot of customers. You may only have 2, 3, or 4, or 5, and you've already talked to them. You already know them. Maybe they're already in your group, so this step may not apply to you. But I go in and I email them and just say, hey, I wanted to let you know about my free group that's coming up. It's starting after Labor Day. It's super simple. If you want to join, here's the link to get started, or the Google, the Google form. Let me know if you're wanting to join us. So that's what I do on Wednesday. And then, invite them to the group. So now that the event is set up, now I have my Google form. Once people fill out this form, you can actually view responses, and there won't be any at this point because nobody's filled it out. But now you're going to have a form with people that have their name, their email, what they're currently struggling with, what their goals are, whatever information it is that you need. And so you have a spreadsheet, basically, of new contacts to touch base with and hopefully transition from your clean eating group into a challenge group later on. So then that's promoting your, where was this? Okay, let's go back to events. That's promoting your event and your clean eating group. This can work for anything. So here's my look, I already have somebody going and I didn't do anything. See how awesome these events are? They work like without you even really doing anything. This person's already going to my event that I created not even a minute ago. So now you're going to be tracking who's coming. I haven't invited anyone yet. So once I start inviting people, obviously this is going to get a lot bigger. Then I move everybody over into a group. I create a group, and then I follow my, gosh, I have too many things going on up here. Here we go. I follow this template for the group because, again, I can't talk. It basically tells you everything to post once the group gets started. So I'm not sure that this right here actually sets up an event, but it's more just the post and leading you from what to say after you've posted. But the Google form and the event have been huge for me in running these free groups. And these free groups can be anything. They do not have to be clean eating. Like I said, they can be ab challenges. And so for 5 days, you're doing different ab workouts. Those are actually huge. I want to say, let me see, Chelsea Crothers. Fit Chels. I think her name's Fit Chels. Yeah, I think she said she did an ab challenge one and it did really well. I'm going to see if I can find it. 15, is that it? No. I don't know. I don't want to waste y'all's time, but I don't know where it was. Okay, I'll have to ask her. But anyway, she did an ab challenge. Maybe this is it. Saddlebags be gone. No, that's not it. I don't know. Anyways, she said that she did an ab challenge and it worked really well because she got tired of doing the clean eating. So you can always do, clean eating 1 month and then an ab challenge the next month and invite the same people. And people have to see these things like 20 times before they want to commit to the bigger investment. So you can do Shakeology free groups, or well, they're not free obviously because they're going to be buying packets from you, but you can have completely free, 100% free, and you're going to need a smaller time frame to run that, meaning you can start it like literally the weekend before it starts. You can have paid, like minimal paid groups like the Shakeology one I was talking about, where it's 7 days of Shakeology. It's a Shakeology detox group, or it's detox sugar group, and you're drinking Shakeology, replacing 1 meal a day, and they buy the sampler pack that's $20, $25, $30, something like that. Or you can do the full-on like Beachbody On Demand group, where it's $140 for the whole packet of Shakeology, and that leads you from these groups, it leads you into that on demand. You could do an on-demand group. It's free, 30-day trial for free. They just have to sign up with you. So there's a lot of ways that you can run these groups, but promoting them, there is strategy behind it. That's why I shared that little schedule with you guys, starting an event on Saturday mid-morning before they get busy with their weekend, touching base on Sunday with a simple post. Sunday night, I didn't even tell you what time, sorry, Sunday night at like between 7 and 9 p.m. your time, because people are winding down from the weekend. They've splurged, they went out to eat. You post that little blurb of, hey, if I did this, would you be interested? Then you're responding back to everybody with the link for them to sign up on your Google form, and or you're just friend requesting them so you can message them and touch base. Monday or Tuesday, you're posting before and after pictures. You're visually showing people these groups get results, and here's some results that I had with them, or that my friend had with them, or whoever, and I'm running another free group, last chance to get in, who wants to join me? And then Wednesday, you're emailing a whole nother like network of people, which is your Coach Online office, or your friends list. Your friends of your email list, because they may not have seen it on Facebook. And as much as y'all like to think like I posted at 7 p.m., nobody saw my post, it's probably, people that don't click on it and like it, they maybe did see it. But just because you posted at the prime time, it doesn't mean that everybody in your friends list saw it. So that's why touching base in all these different areas helps with these groups. because these groups are the bread and butter. You know, the challenge groups are what get you Success Club points and maybe some new coaches and some loyal customers. But these free groups is where all that magic happens, because it's how you're meeting new people, building new relationships, and growing your network. And that's huge, 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 huge in this business, because you can't run a new challenge group if you don't have new people to put in it. You're always going to have the same people in your challenge groups if you're not growing your network. And I don't know if y'all have run into that, but I did when I first started. I was the same, I call them cuddle bunnies, the same people in my challenge group every single month. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need some new people in here. And then your challenge groups start going like deady, because it's the same people and you're posting the same stuff, because why reinvent the wheel? So these groups, these free groups are huge. So apply the same method to the challenge groups that I'm teaching here. And again, this is just my way. It's not the only way. There are so many other ways to run these groups and market for them and post and promote and all that stuff. But this is just something that's been working for me. And so I want to share it with y'all so that hopefully you can do that. So timing and days of the week is so important. Like if you were to go post on Friday night, that's a no-no, because people are like done with their work week. They're hanging out with their husband. Maybe they're on date night. Maybe they're going out to happy hour. Like people aren't going to see your post, nor are they going to be interested in clean eating groups. Wednesday at like 6 a.m. Middle of the week, people are getting ready for work. Like, so timing and stuff of your post. So if you are on your fan page, make sure, like, I don't know how many of you post on your fan page or have one, but make sure that you're watching these insights up here, which it tells you like, hey, it's Tuesday. I know at 9:00 p.m. tonight, I better have a post going out, because that is when I have like 4,500 people on Facebook on my page that will hopefully see it. And you can see down here, you can track what kinds of posts do well and what kind of posts don't. So I could say, okay, that post that I did last night at 9 p.m., it did really well. So obviously my evening posts are doing a lot better than my morning post. So if you have a fan page, that's why this is great, use it. But if you have a personal page, this still works on your personal page too. You can be posting it here and replying back to people and sending them Google Forms and sending them messages. Plus, when you are, growing your network like we teach you, where you're adding friends daily and trying to find new friends, now those new people are going to be seeing what you're posting on your personal page. So it's a great way to set up, like I set up that event, someone saw it and I hadn't even invited them yet. So people are going to start liking the event, coming to the event, other friends are going to see it, and it's just going to spread like wildfire, I promise. So that is a little tidbit on how to, I'm going to stop sharing your screen now, on how I set up the events and start promoting, these free groups that we have, and also using that same methodology with challenge groups too, or coaching sneak peeks too. So the same kind of idea. Uh-oh, someone chatted. I'm not always into the clean eating groups. I feel like they're a lot of work. I think they're great from month to month, but I'm just not sure what to do. I want to do them every month. Yeah, I know. I agree. That's why I haven't been doing them in a while. So I'm going to unmute, or y'all know how to unmute yourselves. So that's all I've got. So if y'all have questions, hi, Kayleen. If y'all have questions, you can unmute yourself and ask, or if you want to just, chat about what I said, talked about. Okay, it's just us. Y'all can unmute and talk. Don't be scared.
Are the peak times for posting the same for everybody, or is it different, like who you are?
Say that again.
For the peak times in posting, like on your like page, is it the same time for everybody? Like, is that a Facebook-wide thing, or is that just based on your profile?
So for what I just showed you for my personal page, that's specifically for my fan page, like for my page. And each fan page will have insights that tell you that. But from a global standpoint for Facebook, there are peak times that you can post, like Wednesdays and Thursday evenings are always like a popular time for posting. Sunday evenings are always a popular time for posting. Saturday night, not so much, because people are out busy on the weekend. So if you like Google searched Facebook and high peak times to post. I'm sure there would be a generalized one if you don't have a fan page. So, but the one I showed you is specifically geared towards my page. And if you had a page, it would be specific towards your page.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, totally. So how many of you have done an event before?
You know, I have, but I was just thinking how long it's been since I actually did an event to start out for one of those groups. It's been a while since I've done a free group, actually.
Yeah.
But I did some training where it was talking about events, like people not liking getting invited to events, but I guess that's why you just have to go through and like try and just invite people that you have been like interacting with, whatever, versus just like everybody.
Yeah, you make a good point. And you could like change up like the order that I'm talking about here. So you could do your post first and then invite people to the event and then have your Google form in the event, you know? So, hey, the form is in the event to get signed up to my group. And that way you're sending people, you know, to your event rather than inviting people. You know what I mean? You're inviting people that are interested, not just picking random people.
Yeah. And then my other question is the Google, I kind of was distracted when you're doing the Google Docs thing. I'm not great with like Google Docs and all that and the Google Drive yet. The form, like you just go into Google Docs and that form just exists, and you can just send a link and then they're able to just fill it out and you get notified, or like how's that work?
Well, yes and no. It's a Google Drive. I'm sorry. It's a Google form. Where is it? So if you come over here, I came to, I just typed in Google Forms.
Okay.
And then create a Google form, and it does. It pops up. So then you're going to go, I think you have to have an account though. So if you don't have a Google account, you probably have to create one. And then, yeah, it just pops up. So now you can start from scratch and do it all over again.
And then you just share the link?
Yeah. So then to share it, you would say, I think once you get done, you can say send form.
Okay.
And it'll let you share this.
Okay. And
you can shorten the URL here, so it's a really short link. You can also do that through bit.ly.com, which I don't ever use. I just use this one. But I think the reason why, though, with posting, like we didn't want to say, hey, put your link for your event in your post, is because posts with links weren't getting a lot of traction. But I don't know. I honestly don't know what is getting a lot of traction on Facebook right now. But links maybe. So you could put your link in the comments section and say, here's the Google form to fill out. But I do see a lot of, top coaches that are especially doing inviting to the coaching opportunity, like fill out the application here to be part of
so they're using Google Forms to do that?
Yeah, so they're using Google Forms too. I think Woofu is another forms thing that you can do to create forms, but they're using that in their post. So you could post with, here's the form to join my group, whether it's a challenge group or a clean eating group or whatever.
I guess you could always call it like a survey or something that people might think is more fun or something.
Yeah, and I obviously want to keep it short and sweet. I don't want it to go on for 25 questions, but
right.
But then it's like all housed in one area, and it just I feel like it keeps you organized. You can like check off from that form who's interested and who's serious too.
Yeah.
I did Google Form for the very first time I actually started today a clean eating group. It's actually a 30-day clean eating group, which is going to get kind of crazy. But
I know.
But we have 25 people in there, and so I'm excited about it. And Melissa Litchfield actually told me about Google Forms, and I love how it has everybody's measurements and everything in a preloaded, already in a spreadsheet for me. And I was like, sweet, this is awesome. So it really helped. And the people were like, hey, I like this form. It's so easy, instead of them having to type out, every, little thing like, oh, my waist measurement or blah, blah, blah. So they really appreciated it too. So, and I love the organization of it. So I'm in love with Google Forms.
I know. And you make a good point, because they're really good for challenge groups when you are tracking progress. Because the whole point of these free groups is to get quick results. And I hate to say that because I don't want it to sound like we're just in it for that reason, or we want people to have these, quick results. But you want to be able to turn around and share and say, look, I coached this person, they got results, I can coach you too. And then you want these people to miss you. So once this group is short-lived, they're going to start either packing back on the weight or getting back off track. And so, you want these people to want to be a part of something bigger and get better results. And so that's what leads you into these challenge groups. So one thing I wanted to mention is, people say, well, my challenge groups are duds, or my clean eating groups, no one's responding. That's where the prizes come in. And I make all of my peeps post at the very end their afters, their befores and their afters, to win the prizes. So if you have really cool prizes, people tend to want more stuff for free, and they will do it. And only the ones that do it get the prize. So if you even have just one person do it, there's your results to hopefully be able to talk about and share. So that's that. But yeah, I love the forms. Very, very organized. So how are you transitioning people, Kayleen, from the 30 days? Are you going to?
Well, I'm working on that. No, I'm actually, this first week, I actually took, Melissa Litchfield shared her, some clean eating recipes and stuff with me. And I took some of the ones that were the smoothie salads and suppers, since we're still kind of at the end of, summer and kind of transitioning into fall kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So, because in the South, it's still really hot down here. So I don't know about y'all, but we're still burning up.
Yes.
But, anyway, so I started with that this week. So I did like a meal plan that has, smoothies for breakfast. It's like 11 different smoothies, 11 different salads to pick from for lunch, and then different supper type things. And I'm actually thinking about, since Payo is on sale this month, I went and I did on YouTube, I got a bunch of different workouts. I'm using some of Autumn Calabrese's free workouts, and then I'm also getting some not Payo, but Pilates and yoga workouts from YouTube. And I'm going to start incorporating those into the days, into like the 30-minute workouts that I give every day. And I'm going to try to, get people from that and gear them towards maybe Payo Challenge Pack. And then the third week, I am going to do, because I gave Shakeology recipes, and I even sent some Shakeology samples to a couple of people that asked for them. And so in the smoothie recipes, some of them are for Shakeology and some of them are not. And so it gets like that word Shakeology kind of in there for the people who have no idea what it is. And so the third week, I'm going to offer people starting next week, I'll say, hey, this next week we're going to do, if you guys want to try Shakeology, you can do, buy the 6-pack samples or whatever, and kind of do it like that week, kind of geared towards it. I don't know, trying to do it for 30 days is kind of insane.
That is. I mean, that's a big free group. But I think you'll build relationships in there where you can transition people over.
My first month when I did a free group, I started out as a 30-day group because I didn't have anybody, when I was first a coach back in April. Like, I didn't have anybody. I didn't have customers. I didn't have anybody, So I just did it for 30 days. And I had people from that group come back and ask me even a month and a half ago, hey, are you going to do another free group? Because I really love that, and I really need to get back into blah, blah, blah. So I have some old people, but then I have some new people too. So it's kind of it's kind of a good thing, but it's challenging.
Yeah, that's a lot like the one that I thought was really cool. I don't know what to call it, because it's like 30 for 30, like 30 days of the free trial of On Demand, but then having them have some Shakeology with it too. Because I don't know if y'all have noticed, but at the end of every workout, it always talks about Shakeology, right? So then they'd always see it, and then they get to try it for the 6 days, or they get the 7th for free or something. But then it's a 30-day challenge too. So I don't know what you do with the rest of the 30 days if they don't have enough Shakeology, but hopefully by that point they'd fall in love with it and want it, and then they can upgrade, to that challenge pack. So that was one that I had in mind for doing for September, since it's the Beachbody bodathon. I think someone was asking about that in the group, which is a really cool idea. But I don't know too, like with that, do they get access to does anyone know about the bodathon? Has anyone?
The bodathon, it's not actually until October 31st is the actual day. So the training starts in September, like they have the training list that starts in September, but the actual day of the 2.5-hour workout, you know, the 4 different workouts for 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
it's actually on the 31st of October. So I guess if you did 30 days in September of the free, then they would have to buy like the next 3 months subscription.
Yeah. Okay.
So I thought about doing that, but yeah, I don't know why I didn't do it, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. That makes sense, because I was like, well, maybe they don't get access to all, because Carl's already posting about it. So I was like, are they getting access to like Body Beast and stuff like that that's not on there? So I don't know if y'all saw Carl's picture of his September workout, but that's just the schedule that his fitness team, I think, created for him. So some of the workouts that are on there, you would actually need to have purchased, so people can substitute those. So if you do plan on using that.
There is some sample workouts on there, but I need to pull up the training schedule, but I don't know if there's any Body Beast ones on the training schedule itself. I know that the Body Beast workout on October 31st
Is the free one?
I think it's the free one that's on there, the sneak peek or whatever. I think that's the one that's on there. I need to double check that, but yeah, I don't think so. So
yeah, I just saw Carl post about it the other day. I was like, oh. So yeah, so that's an idea too. But yeah, so how are y'all feeling, especially you newer coaches, with running, you know, free groups leading into challenge groups? Like Ariel, how are you feeling about that? Because I know you just started one, right? Do I need to unmute you? Sorry. Let me unmute you. There you go.
Yeah, I just started it yesterday. I mean, it's going.
Right. You have like 8 people in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of the times, like, smaller is better with those types of groups, I feel like, too, because it's a little bit more intimate, like kind of with your challenge groups. When you get to these clean eating groups and you have like 150 people in there, it's so hard to manage. And y'all are silly girls. It's so hard to manage, and people get lost and all of that. So today was your second day in it then?
Yep.
Okay. And did you follow the script from my Google Drive?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay. And I mean, obviously not verbatim, but was that helpful, or did this, like with the events and stuff, did it offer a whole new like way to do it, or like how do you compare the two?
Yeah, your way was so much easier, and I wish I would have known about it beforehand, because I didn't do an event. I don't know how to do a lot of stuff on Facebook, so I just created a group, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad this helped then, because some people find different ways easier, and now you'll know for next time. And yeah, events, I just learned about them too, so you're not out of the woodwork with that. But I think they work great. So cool. Let's see. Free groups, challenge groups, sneak peeks. Sneak peek. I do have a sneak peek coming up. I don't know if y'all saw the banner in our Sarah's Coaches group, or I don't know what cover photo, but I tried to list out everything that's kind of happening in September for our team. And so if you have any prospect coaches that want to be a part of learning a little bit more about the opportunity in a come and go kind of manner, they can join that group. It's going to be set up along the same lines as a free group, but it won't be 5 days. It's only going to be 4 days. And each day we'll share a different bit about the business. So the first day is going to be like introductions and getting to know people. And then the second day will be kind of what we do as coaches and sharing our different journeys. And then the third day, is that third? Yeah, third day is how we talk to new people and things like that, kind of how we work our business on social media, leading by example, being the product of the product. The fourth day is how we make money, because that's always important. And then we're talking about like kind of the next steps and stuff. So it's just a little like breadcrumbing way of sharing the business with people instead of sending them the webinar that Janelle Summers talks about, or the call or whatever. So they're more than welcome to be invited to that. I will share that link with y'all. And then if you have people that want to join it, go ahead.
Sorry. When was that? I missed it. I was being distracted by little people.
Little people, they're so cute. Let's see. That will be, I have to go back to my calendar. September 14th through 18th. No, that's when I'm promoting it. It's the 21st, sorry. It's the 4-day coaching sneak peek. So it'll start on the 21st, which is the third week in Sunday. So that gives us time to run a free group, get a challenge group started, and then maybe ask people that are rocking those groups if they have thought about the discount or the coaching opportunity or whatnot. So
I actually have four ladies who would probably really be interested in that. So
okay.
I think I have a couple too that might be interested in that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's a few weeks away yet, so if they're really ready to like learn more about the business, you can always send them. I posted it in Sarah's Coaches. It's like that little email and then the blurb, the webinar that Janelle does. Do you know what I'm talking about? That call? Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah? Okay. You can always send them that. Huh?
Was it the one that you posted, I think it was today or yesterday?
Yeah, and I posted it in the Emerald group today too. So yeah, it's that webinar that I send probably all of my prospects, but the coaching group will be a little bit more in depth than that call. So it's up to you if they want to wait for the group or if you want to go ahead and send them the call. They'll both kind of do the same. And then what else was I going to say? Carl on Demand is tonight. I posted about it in our group, but it's a great thing because you can get on and ask him like any questions that you want to ask him. So 12 to 8 p.m. Eastern time, and yeah, bring up any questions. I'm sure he'll get a lot of coach relations. When are they going to get their shit together stuff? I don't know if y'all have had any issues with coach relations lately, but I've gotten a lot from some other people. So, and then what else? Oh my gosh, I was going to say something else. The diamond group. Who on the call is pushing for diamond? Eileen, Monica, Lana. I know Lana is. She can't raise her hand. Okay, and Andrea, wherever she went. Okay, well that starts September 8th, which is next Tuesday, a week from today. So get excited. It's going to be fun. And I'm excited for all of you that are pushing yourselves. Okay.
That Emerald group, Sarah, real quick. I don't know if I ever got into that to put my coaches into it.
Oh, you didn't?
What is that called?
7 days to Emerald.
I tried doing it that time that when I did it, and it wasn't working, and then I don't know if you'd fixed it and I just missed it or what.
Oh, Shafui, I'm so sorry. Well, okay, yeah, you weren't in there. I'm sorry. But you are more than welcome to take the content in there and use it with your coaches, or you can add your coaches in. And a lot of coaches are just going to be working on it self-paced because they didn't start with us. They got distracted.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No, that's all right.
Okay, so anything else? Any other questions or anything about what's going on this month or coaching or anything? No? Well, y'all are an easy crowd to please. Cool. Okay, well, thanks for jumping on today, girls. And if y'all do have anything, you can always message me. And otherwise, I will see you in the group. Sound good?